Today is another day. We want to conclude the show we started last week. We want to conclude it tonight. That's the part 2 of the show we started last week. 4 pillars of well-being that makes us healthy. That is what we were talking about. We started it last week, I think last week Thursday. Yes. So we're going to continue where we stopped last week. We'll wait for more people to join us. We'll wait for people to join us. 4 pillars of well-being that makes us healthy. And last week we mentioned emotional well-being or mental well-being. We talk about financial well-being. We talk about physical well-being. And we have financial well-being. And we have our social well-being. But last week we were able to talk about only 2. Only 2 out of the 4. We talk about emotional well-being or mental well-being and our physical well-being. Our physical well-being. That was the only 2 that we were able to mention last week. But today we want to conclude the 4. We will be talking about the financial well-being and our social well-being tonight. That is what we'll be talking about. We'll be talking about our social well-being and our financial well-being. We want to wait for people to join us. More people to join us before we start. We'll be doing the concluding part of the show we started last week, Thursday. The 4 pillars of well-being that makes us healthy. We talked about our emotional well-being last week and our physical well-being. Tonight we'll be talking about financial well-being and social well-being. We'll be talking about those 2 tonight. We are just waiting for people to join us before we start. Waiting for people to join us before we start. Welcome on board as you are joining us tonight. We want to appreciate every one of you for coming. We want to welcome you as you are joining us tonight. Tonight we will be doing the concluding part of the 4 pillars of well-being that makes us healthy. Last week we talked about our emotional well-being or mental well-being and our physical well-being. Tonight we'll be talking about the remaining 2. Is our financial well-being and our social well-being. We'll be talking about those 2 tonight. We were talking about the 4 pillars of well-being that makes us healthy. If you are just joining us for the first time, last week we talked about emotional well-being. We talked about our physical well-being. And we said these are 4 areas of well-being that makes us healthy. These are 4 areas of well-being that makes us healthy. Last week we talked about emotional well-being. We were saying this is the ability for us to be able to produce positive pains out of our lives, to be able to deal with our thoughts, our feelings. That is our emotional well-being. If you are able to cope, during any challenges, you are not thinking of any negative thoughts, you did not allow your emotional well-being to be affected, you are good to go. We talked about emotional well-being last week. We talked about our physical well-being. Yes, and we talked about some of the habits that destroy your emotional well-being. We said comparing yourself to others is part of habits that destroy our emotional well-being or our mental well-being. We talk about hanging around negative people. We say this can destroy our emotional well-being. It can destroy our mental well-being. We talk about poor stress management. If you are unable to manage your stress, it can destroy your emotional well-being. We talk about staying up late, like not going to bed on time, can destroy your emotional well-being. We talk about poor diet. Poor diet is part of what can destroy our emotional well-being. Then allowing any negative thoughts to consume us. We mentioned that it can destroy our emotional well-being or mental well-being. And we talk about how we can detox our mental well-being or emotional well-being. We talk about we should declutter our mind. That we should remove every negative thoughts from our mind. We talk about that we should not waste our time on things that we cannot control. We should only focus on things that we can control. And we talk about our physical well-being. We said our physical well-being, this is the ability to maintain a healthy quality lifestyle that allow us to bring the best out of us. We mentioned that last week. And we talk about most of the benefits of physical activities, what we can gain from physical activities. We mentioned that it will improve our physical strength, it will improve our balance, it will prevent us from diseases or heart attacks, such as heart attack, breast cancer, every other disease. When we are physically active, is going to prevent us from every diseases, and it's going to it's going to reduce feelings of depression. If you are physically active, it's going to reduce your feelings of depression. So we talked about physical well-being last week, and we talked about that we need to stick to healthy lifestyle. That means we should think of what will motivate us to make us want to live a healthy life. Think about what want to motivate you. You know what motivates you to get out of your bed and go to work in the morning, because you know that at the end of the month you're going to receive your salary, or at the end of the month your customer, they will pay you. It motivates you to go to your offices, to go to your shop. What motivates you to want to be physically healthy? What motivates you? Or maybe I want to be a good role model. I want to be a good role model for my family. Maybe for me to be able to be strong. You know what motivates you. Just look for what motivates you to want to live a healthy lifestyle. Then you will be able to attain your goals in the areas of your physical life. And this evening, we want to continue, because we are talking about the 4 pillars of well-being that makes us healthy. We have talked about our emotional and our mental well-being, and we've talked about physical well-being. But tonight we want to continue by talking about our financial well-being and our social well-being. What is our financial well-being or wellness? What do we mean by financial well-being or wellness? This is our overall financial health. When we talk about financial well-being or financial wellness, we were talking about our overall financial health. It is also involved in us able to deal with emergency financial situation, where you are able to deal with any situation in regards to money. When anything comes your way regarding financial issue, how you are able to cope, how you are able to solve the situation. This includes taking control over your daily and monthly expenses. If you are able to take control of your finances, if you are able to take control of your expenses, that you are good in your financial life, that you are sound in your financial life. That is what we are talking about. That is your financial wellness or financial well-being. In the area of money, you lack nothing. Whenever anything arises concerning you to use money, you are able to do it. You have something to fall back on. You have something to fall back on. That is financial well-being. You know, financial well-being and financial wellness. Many people have gone into depression because of one thing or the other. Maybe because they were unable to cope financially. Especially during COVID time, many people, they lost their job. They lost their job. So there was nothing to fall back on. They were unable to cope financially. They were unable to pay their house rent. They were unable to pay their children's school fees. They were unable to eat. They lack in that area. That means they were not financially sound because of what happened to them. So tonight, we want to talk about our financial life, our financial well-being. It's part of the pillars that makes us healthy. Some people that goes into depression today, not because they were sick, but because maybe they've lost their job. Maybe they were unable to cope with their expenses. They were thinking, how am I going to cope? How am I going to do this? How am I going to pay for that? How am I going to do that? That is why they go into depression. Whenever they think, oh, I need to use money for this, the anxiety will come. They will have panic attack because they were thinking, where am I going to get the money from? How am I going to cope? My salary is not enough. Or nothing is coming in financially. They were unable to cope. In the areas of their financial life, they were not sound. So we want to talk about our financial well-being tonight. So if you are able to control your expenses, if you are able to take control of it, that means you are financially sound. Without thinking of, oh, where am I going to get this? Where am I going to get that? Means you have something to fall back on. You have something to fall back on. That means you are good in the areas of your financial life. You see, someone that is financially sound, an individual that has money and financial security that allows them to live the way they wanted to live. If you have financial security, that means you are able to do whatever you want to do financially. You have money, you have something in your account, you have investment that is bringing money for you. That means you are financially sound. And you have financial security. You know, some people, they don't have financial security because there was nothing to fall back on. And it's giving them one problem or the other. So, you know, when you are not financially sound, some sicknesses comes in because you are thinking that the negative thought comes in. Depression comes in because you are not financially sound. Because you need money to do something, but you are unable to do it. In that, particularly in your financial life, you are not healthy in that aspect. And this can cause lots of problems for many people. This can cause lots of problems for many people. Thank you for joining us. I can see many people joining us now. Please help us to press the share button so that other people can benefit from this program as you are joining us tonight. What we are talking about tonight is the second part of the show we started last week. That is the 4 pillars of well-being that makes us healthy. We are talking about our financial well-being at the moment. Because if you are not financially sound, depression will come, anxiety will come, you will have panic attack. Because you'll be thinking, how am I going to get this money? How am I going to do it? When you can successfully manage your finance, that is why you are financially sound. Not only that you can meet your short-term expenses, but you can also prepare for your future expenses. Because you are thinking ahead. You are thinking ahead. That means you are able to prepare for your short-term expenses. You have something to use. And even your future expenses, you have something that you can fall back on when matters arise. When you have something to use money for, then you are financially secured. You have something to fall back on. That is when we can say you are financially sound. You are good in the areas of your financial wellness or well-being. You are good in that area. Importance of financial well-being. We have a lot of reasons why we need to be financially secured. Where we need to be financially strong. You see, because financial well-being or wellness is a major driving force behind person's overall well-being. It's like a driving force. When you are financially okay, you are good to go. That means you have something that is driving you. You have something to fall back on. It's a driving force that of overall, it's a driving force behind a person. That means it will be pushing you to be able to do many things. You are able to do many things you want to do. And it has a big influence over your mental health. If you are financially sound, you will be good up there. The only thing you'll be thinking is, what am I going to invest my money on? What am I going to do with my money? What am I going to use this money for? Oh, and I'll set this one aside. I'll put this one aside. I will use this one for this. I will use this one for that. So if you are financially sound, it is connected to your mental well-being. Because some people that are going through one thing or the other, if we check properly, it might be because of their financial life. They want to do something, but there was no money to do it. They don't have enough to do it. If people want to do anything in their family, they were unable to do it. So it's giving them concern. So because they were unable to do it, some of them can go into depression. Or some people have lost their job and they are not thinking, searching. You see, in one way or the other, they will be looking for means to meet all their expenses. They will be looking for means. You see, how can we maintain our financial life? We need to be able to maintain our financial life. But before that, because poor financial well-being can affect our physical health. You will be down. You will not want to do anything. You'll be financially, you'll be physically down. You'll be mentally down. Even your social well-being will be down. You will not want to mingle with people. You will not want to go out because you are financially down. Because when other people are using their money for something, we will be thinking, what am I going to use? What am I going to do? You will want to stay indoors. You will not want to mingle with people. You will not want to mingle with people. It will affect everything around you. If you are financially down, it will affect everything around you. Your emotional well-being, your physical well-being is going to affect it. It's going to affect your mental health. If you are not financially strong. If you are not financially strong, it can even lower your self-esteem. It can lower your self-esteem. People will just be thinking, what is going on? What is wrong with you? Because you are thinking too much. How am I going to cope? How am I going to come out of this situation? How am I going to overcome these challenges? Because that is what will be just going on in your mind. You will become isolated because you will not want to go out. You'll be thinking, oh my God, I don't know what I'm going to meet. Maybe they're going to say we should contribute money. Maybe they're going to say we should buy food. Maybe you want to go out with your friend, but because you don't have enough, you will give them an excuse. You just tell them the reason why you can't go, one thing or the other. But you know deep down in you that it's because you don't have enough. That is why you are unable to go out with them. So we need to be able to take control of our finances. How can we maintain our financial well-being? How can we maintain it? How do you know you can maintain your financial well-being? How do you think you can maintain it? Because when we are able to maintain our financial well-being, we will take control of everything. We will be in control. We will be in control. Evaluate your financial situation. Keep regular track of your income, saving and expenses. If you cannot keep regular track of your income, your saving and expenses, you will be missing out. You will not be able to take control of your expenses, of your financial situation. You need to be able to evaluate your financial situation every time. Every time. You need to evaluate. You need to evaluate. You need to evaluate. This is how you can maintain your financial wellness. This is how you can maintain your financial well-being. Evaluate your income. Evaluate it every time so that you don't spend more than what is coming in. You need to evaluate yourself. You need to build your saving. Build your saving. That little that you are earning. Build it. Build your saving. Regular saving goes a long way in ensuring financial security. Regular saving. Don't say that money is too small. Don't say I can't save from this. Don't say I can't save from this, it's too small. But little by little, it goes a long way. When you know how to save little by little, it goes a long way. It's going to give you a financial security. You have something to fall back on when the time comes. Because a lot of people, many people can't talk at the moment because they know what they are facing financially. Some people, they are still struggling to get job now. They are still struggling to get job. We know what they will be facing. Some of them, they will gain weight, they will lose weight. Because they will just be thinking. They will just be thinking. And with those people, it's this negative thought that will be coming up, that will be coming from them. They will say, oh, they don't think if they're going to come out of the situation. So we need to take control of our financial well-being. Saving regularly will save us. Let us learn how to save regularly. Learn how to save. Endeavor to save more and spend less. Because when we are spending more than what we are earning, we're going to be in debt. We are going to be in debt. Let us save more and spend less. This is how we can maintain our financial life, our financial wellness or well-being. Let us save more and spend less. We will be good in the areas of our finances. We will be good in the areas of our finances. We will be good in the areas of our finances. We need to create an emergency fund. Let us create an emergency fund. So when I was doing this research, I don't even know about any emergency fund. I just believe saving. But let us create an emergency fund. Something we can quickly fall back on. Something we can quickly use. That we can quickly grab our hands on and say, oh, yes, I can. Let me use this for this. Let us create an emergency fund. If there is anything that the pandemic has made us to realize, is that we need to prepare for emergency. We need to learn how to prepare for emergency every time. If you have an emergency fund, we will be able to use that whenever we have any emergency issue to deal with in the areas of our finances. We will be able to fall back on that fund, that emergency fund, if we have it aside. Let us learn how to create emergency fund. Let us learn how to create emergency fund so that we'll be able to fall back on that. So that we'll be able to fall back on that. It's going to help us. Having plan B for unprecedented times when you struggle to have money in your accounts. You need to say when you have emergency fund, it's going to be like a plan B for you. When you don't have money in your account, but that emergency fund is there for you. You'll be able to fall back on that. That will be able to rescue you out. That will be like a savior for you. Having emergency fund to fall back on. And we know that pandemic has taught us a big lesson. All of us, we know what happened. It has taught us a lot of lessons. So we need to learn how to have emergency fund. If you want our financial well-being or wellness to grow to another level, we need to have emergency fund. Then we need to have a retirement plan. Plan for your future. When you are unable to work, what are you going to fall back on? When we grow old, when we retire, what are we going to fall back on? What are we going to be doing? So we need to have a retirement plan. It is never too late for us to start thinking of retirement plan for us. Let us create a retirement fund for ourselves so that we'll continue to contribute generously towards it. It's going to help us a lot. It's going to help us a lot. And let us think before we apply for a loan. This is how we can maintain our financial well-being or wellness. Let us think before we apply for a loan. Let us think properly. Take perfect look at your income. Will I be able to pay this money back without any problem? Paying this loan back, will it not be a problem for me? Will it not put me in depression thinking, oh God, this month we're going to remove this loan. There is no money in my account. There is no money in my account. You know, it can make it can make you to have high blood pressure. So let us think properly before we take loan. If you know there is not going to be any means of you repaying the loan, don't take it. Don't take it. Then you have peace of mind. Please don't take it. Don't take it. And let us search for something we can invest our money on. In this aspect, we'll be able to maintain our financial wellness and well-being. Let us invest our money on something that will yield profit for us, on something we'll be able to fall back on something that will benefit our family, that will benefit you, that will benefit your family. Let us invest our money on it. And at least we know that we have something in future that we can fall back on. You have some investment that you have put your money on that is going to benefit you in the future. That is how we can maintain our financial well-being. And don't buy unnecessary things that you know you don't need. Don't buy it. Don't buy it. This is how you can save money. Now the Black Friday is on. We need to spend wisely. We need to spend wisely. We need to spend wisely. Don't put your money on something you don't need. Don't just be buying something you know you are not going to use. This is how you can maintain your financial well-being or financial wellness. Don't just be buying things unnecessarily. What you know, any shoe or bag you know you are not going to wear for the next 2 years. Why are you buying it? Tell me you still have a lot that you can use at home. Let us invest our money on something that can benefit us. Something we'll be able to fall back on. Let us invest our money on it. We were talking about the 4 pillars of well-being that makes us healthy. Tonight we are only talking about the remaining 2. We've talked about our emotional and our mental well-being. We've talked about our physical well-being. Tonight we are talking about our financial well-being and our social well-being. And now we are talking about how we can maintain our financial well-being. How we can maintain it. We have to create an emergency fund. Create your emergency fund for yourself. Something you can fall back on. Create it. Don't get carried away by the attractive advertisement. They'll be advertising something and you get carried away. You just put your money. You will not take time to look if this thing is going to benefit me. Do I really need this thing? Do I really want it now? You can use that money for something else instead of putting it on that particular thing that you know you don't need now. Something that's not going to yield profit for you. Something you're just going to put in your house and it's just going to sit down there without doing nothing. So let us invest our money on something that will benefit us now or in the future. So we should build our saving. We should save regularly. That is how we can maintain our financial well-being. We should have a retirement plan. And we should think before we apply for a loan. If you know you will not be able to pay back the loan, don't take it. Don't take it. Don't take it. The second part of it is our social well-being. It's good. It's part of the 4 pillars of well-being that can make us healthy. Our social well-being. It's a sense of belonging. When you belong to a particular group and you are contributing there, you are doing well. That is your social well-being. It can also be even as a sustaining of meaningful relationship with others, which allow you to be valued. That is your social well-being. Our social well-being. You belong to a particular group or maybe in a church, in a community, and you are functioning well, even at work. you are functioning well, you participate, you do your best, and you feel valued among them. You feel valued. For example, at work, you meet people at work and you become friends for life, that you cannot do without them. You cannot do without talking to them. You cannot do without speaking to them every day. You become close in that area for our social well-being. You belong to a particular group, maybe at work or in your family, and you are contributing well. You are valued in that community, in that family, at work, in that relationship. You are valued. What are the importance of social well-being? It is very important for us to socialize so that we don't become socially isolated. So that you don't become socially isolated. Some people, they don't want to see anybody, and it's not good for our mental health, If we are not social, it's not good for our mental health. It's not good for our mental health at all. It's not even good for our physical well-being. If you are just alone, you are just alone. You are just alone every time. It's not good. Emotionally, it's not good. Mentally, it's not good. Because isolation leads to negative feelings of fear and threat that leads to more isolating behaviors. If you continually isolating yourself, you are at risk of negative feelings. You are at risk of negative thoughts. You are at risk of having isolating behaviors. And when you isolate yourself a lot, depression can ship in. Anxiety can troop in. If you isolate yourself a lot. Surround yourself with positive people that can increase your self-esteem. When you surround yourself with people of like-minded, people that you think straight, you think positive things together, it's going to increase your self-esteem. It's going to increase your self-esteem. And it's going to make you healthy. When you are not in the company of people that are saying negative things every time, you are in the company of people that benefits you, that you gain something from them. You gain something that can move you forward. You gain something that can better your life. It will make you healthy. You associate with people that can better your life. You mingle with people that can strengthen you in the areas of your mental health and physical health. Or financial health, financial well-being. It will benefit your health. People have a healthy relationship with a strong social network. They try to live long. Yes, if you associate yourself with people of like-minded, if you have a healthy relationship, you will live long. Because everything that will be coming out from that relationship is something that will benefit you. You will not be emotionally down. You will not be emotionally stressed. Something that will be coming out from that relationship will be something that will benefit your life. That means you're having a healthy relationship. People that have a healthy relationship, they tend to live long. Let's check marriages. If marriages are healthy, that home there will be peace in that home. There will be happiness in that home. There will be joy in that home. Because that marriage is healthy. Among friends, if the relationship among friends is healthy, you will see them blossom. You will see them looking good every time. You will see them looking healthy. Because their relationship is healthy. Their relationship is healthy. Their relationship is healthy. When you have a good social well-being awareness, you will have social support. When you socialize with good people, they can support you socially, financially, emotionally, physically. Whenever you need it. Whenever you need it. They will be able to support you whenever you need help. whenever you need help. This network, can be in form of anything. You can network with your friend, you can network with your family, you can network at work, you can network at church, you can network in the community. When you have a good relationship, a healthy relationship with people, there's a benefit that comes with it that is good for our health. You will be able to turn to them when you are in a situation that you cannot handle yourself. You'll be able to turn to them. They might be your friend, they might be your family, they might be at work, they might be everywhere. You'll be able to turn to them when you are facing any challenges. These people can offer a support to you in a different way. They can offer emotional support to you for you. They can offer physical support for you. They can offer financial support for you. They can even offer social support for you. Because they can, after it might be information that you need that will better your life, because everything is not about money. It might just be information that you need on that particular situation or that you are facing. It might just be information, and that information might comes from the people you associate yourself with, and that will better your life. So we need to know who we are associating with. Social isolation leads to loneliness that can be very harmful to our health and well-being. So we need to learn how to socialize. How to socialize with the right people. Because if you socialize with the wrong people, it's not good for your health. It's not good for you emotionally, physically, financially, in any way. It's not good for you. So we need to learn how to socialize. So to socialize ourselves with good people. Connect with good people, not wrong people. How do you improve your social well-being? How do we improve our social well-being? How can I improve my social well-being? You see, we need to make connections. We need to communicate. Communicate with the right people. Make good connection with the right people. Make good connection with the right people. But be very careful while making your connections, because you might make connection with the wrong people if you don't know. Be very careful when you are making your connection, because friends makes you, friend breaks you. Friends can make you and friends can break you. So let's be very careful while we are making our connections. Let's be very careful. Then we need to take care of ourselves while we are taking care of others. Some people, they forget themselves when they are looking after others. It's good to associate. It's good to look after each other. But don't forget yourself. Take care of yourself. This is how to improve our social well-being. Because it's only you that you have. Only one health that you have. Take care of yourself while you are caring for others. It's good to care for others. It's good to care for our friends. It's good to care for our family. In the community, it's good to care for each other. But look after yourself. Look after yourself. Take good care of yourself as well. Get active with friends and family members. That is how you can improve your social well-being. Be active. Get active with your friends. Get active with your family. Get active with them. Bond with your kids. Let us bond ourselves with our kids. Some people, they don't know how to bond themselves with their kids. When they are home, there is no good rapport with them and their children. There is no good rapport with them and their spouse. Let us bond ourselves with our kids. When we are home, let it be like we are outside with our friends. Let it be a good atmosphere when you are around your kids, when you are around your family. Bond yourself with your kids. It is good for your social well-being. This is how we can improve our well-being, our social well-being. This is how we can improve our social well-being. We need to bind ourselves around our kids. Let everything feel lively when we are around our kids. Build a healthy relationship. Let us build a healthy relationship. It's good for our social well-being. It's very good. Let us build a healthy relationships. A healthy one. Any relationship that you know is not going to benefit you, cut it off. Any relationship that everything that comes out from that, it makes you to be emotionally down. You need to cut yourself out of that relationship. Cut yourself out of that relationship. Healthy relationship is healthy. It's very healthy for us. If you have a healthy relationship, and when you in your relationship, be transparent. Somebody just said you be transparent. That is why relationship can grow. That is why relationship can grow. That is why relationship can grow. Surround yourself with people that are like-minded, that you are thinking positive things every time. Surround yourself with them. Surround yourself. This is how we can be healthy. This is how we can be healthy. Surround yourself. Surround yourself. Shape your family's health habits. Shape your family's health habits. Shape it. If there's any bad habit that is not good, let us shape it. Let us talk about it. Let us talk about it and take steps to shape our family's habits. If there's something that we are doing that is not healthy, let us talk about it as a family, as friends, as community. Let us talk about it so that we can change our ways, so that we can change the way we handle things, so that we can change the way we deal with things. Let us change. Let us change our family habits if they are not good. This is how we can move on in our social well-being. If you want to change your life, change the way you think. If you want to change your life, change the way you think. If you want to change your health, change the way you do things. If you want to be healthy, change the way you think. Be physically active. Be financially stable. Be financially sound. Connect with right people. Socialize with right people. This is the way forward to a healthy lifestyle. This is the way forward to a healthy lifestyle. Let us change the way we do things. If we want to change our lives, let us change the way we think. Everything starts from here. Everything, healthy lifestyle starts from here. Because before we do things, we think about it. Before we react to things, we have already think about it. Everything starts from up there. If you want to change your life, change the way you think. Change the way you handle things. Change the way you do everything. In the areas of your emotional well-being, or your mental well-being, in your physical well-being, in your financial well-being, in your social well-being. These 4 pillars makes us healthy if we can take control over it. It will make us healthy if we can take control over it. It will make us healthy. It will make us healthy. It will make us healthy. These are 4 areas of financial, these are 4 pillars of well-being that makes us healthy. Let us continue to think about it every time. Continue to think about it every time. Our emotional well-being, our physical well-being, our financial well-being, and our social well-being. If all these 4 areas, if we are sound in all these 4 areas, we are good to go. Our health and our well-being will move to another level. Our health and our well-being will move to another level. We move to another level. We move to another level. Let us think about it. Let us think about it. Let us think about it. And I know when we were able to make use of these 4 pillars and we are dwelling on it, striving to improve ourselves, to improve ourselves on these 4 pillars, we will see changes in our well-being. we will see changes in our health. We will see changes. We will see changes. We will see changes. If we can take note of these 4 pillars and run with it, and run with it, our health and our well-being will move to another level. If we are able to control the situation of things, if we are thinking positive thing every time, our areas of health and well-being will move forward. We move forward. We move forward. This is the 4 pillar that makes us healthy. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us tonight. Just help us to share this program. Help us to share it so that other people can learn from it. Help us to share the program. Help us to share the program. And I know and I pray that it shall be well with us in all areas in the name of Jesus. Our health shall not fail us in the mighty name of Jesus. It shall not fail us in the name of Jesus. It shall not fail us. It shall not fail. We are just here to create awareness and to educate ourselves. As I'm talking, I am learning as well. As I'm talking, I am learning as well. And I know we are all learning. We are all learning. Let us run with this idea. Let us work with it. And it shall be well with us in the mighty name of Jesus. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much for joining us. We're happy to see you tonight. Hope to see us shortly by the special grace of God. Thank you so much. Share our program so that other people can benefit from it. Invite your friends to love our page. Our page is called It Is Well. Let us follow the page and like the page so that you can get notified whenever we come live. Thank you so much and God bless you. See you some other time. Bye.